Hello, people out there in crazy tinterwebs land. It's your boy Dave Shalito again from Business Model Mastery with another insight of the week to help you in your business and your life, because they're the same thing. Now, quick story. I don't know if you know this, but I used to work in the gaming industry. I started as a croupier, learnt 3 games, then was a gaming inspector, and then got my manager's license. This is a long time ago. Anyway, people used to ask us casino staff, is it done with buttons, is it done with mirrors, what have you? And I would tell people that the house only needed a slight edge. But one of the biggest advantages that the casino has is it has a very definite limit to how much it's happy with, what it's satisfied with, at what point it will quit. Whereas the punter doesn't. They can turn a tenner into 100 quid, 100 quid into 500 quid, and they'll just keep playing until they lose all their money. They're never happy. They never recognise the end of a winning streak. Whereas the casino is quite happy with every single penny you've got, which is a finite amount. Before they put cash machines in casinos, this was how much money you actually brought into the casino. So they literally, well, not literally, forgive me, they would metaphorically turn you upside down, hold you by the ankles and shake you, and every penny that dropped out, that's how much the casino was happy to take off you that day. Right? So this story is relevant to what it is that I'm about to say. Now, with people small, with businesses large and small, should I say, all over the world, realising every day that organic is fine, organic advertising is fine, but pay to play is where it's at. Paid media is where it's at. You can spend a little bit of money and put your advert in front of teeming hordes of interested prospects based on your targeting, and that's the quickest way to test an offer, test an advert, yada yada yada. Okay, now the big advertising platforms like Facebook and Instagram and Google, they all have their easy way to advertise with us services. They all have a greased chute, easy peasy lemon squeezy, just push the button, add water, and bada bing bada boom, your advert's going to be up. Now with Facebook it's called Post Boost. Boost this post. And as Facebook owns Instagram, it's probably the same there. Well, it is. And what used to be Google AdWords, now just Google Ads, they have a way of getting you up and running really quick in just a few clicks. I think it's called campaigns. It's great, isn't it? Apart from one thing, they don't work. Yeah. Google campaigns and Facebook and Instagram boost this post just simply doesn't work. Right? You must understand, keep front of mind that these platforms are very, very smart commercial businesses. They know that when people think about advertising on them, people fall usually into one of 2 very distinct categories. There are dabblers and there are serious advertisers, or people who will pay for somebody to do that for them. They know that this is a pretty well-defined two groups. They know that only serious advertisers are going to deep dive Ads Manager. It gives me a headache just thinking about it in all its complexity. And you feel your heart rate going up. To get ads up and running and testing a matrix of video and images and headlines and copy combinations, right? They also know that there are dabblers who will never do that. They will never deep dive to that level. Think about owner-operators of micro businesses, joiners, key cutters, florists, maybe even you watching this, right? Be honest with yourself. Do you have the time, effort or inclination to deep dive Ads Manager? So the big platforms know that you know that these micro businesses know that they probably need to be advertising on Facey or Insta. So how do they take some money off these people who are not particularly tech savvy and are time poor? How do we take some money off them before they inevitably give up on paid media? Well, the way that you do it is you convince people that it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Upload an image, click a couple of buttons, bada bing, bada bang, there your advert's live. By the time the small business has lost a few hundred quid or run out of ad budget or blamed their own copy images combinations for their ad's failure, the platforms are happy, right? They've made a few hundred quid from each of the hundreds of thousands of ads dabblers. They're happy with that. Like the casino, turning people upside down and just being happy with what falls out of the pocket. Job done. Next, right? Now, the fact is that these platforms are very, very, very sophisticated. Big data-driven AI, that's artificial intelligence. These are learning algorithms. But for the artificial intelligence to do its work, to optimize your ads, it needs data. It needs outcomes, right? Hard data. The more data that you feed the machine, the algorithm, the smarter it's going to get, because it's a learning machine. This makes sense to you? Don't be frightened off. You'll see where this is going. This is why serious advertisers know that you need to optimize your ads for page views first. Never mind all the other things that you can optimize your ads for. Just do page views first to harvest at least the first 50 outcomes. 50 events, 50 pixel pingbacks, right? Then you can switch to conversions or whatever your outcome of choice may be, what your real goal is. Because then the AI has something to work with. It's got something to play around with. It kind of knows what it is you want. It's got enough data feedback. This costs money. This costs a proper speculative ad budget, right? Not a fortune for sure, but a couple of £100, right? £10 a day for 3 weeks at least. So that's £200 plus of ad spend where you will not see any ROI. Let me run that by you again one time. Run it up your flagpole. Make sure you salute it. You can spend £200. You should expect to spend at least £200 on any of these platforms and not see any ROI or return on investment. That's accepted. This is the period during which the learning machine, the algorithm, is harvesting the data so it knows what the hell you want. Experienced advertisers know this and dabblers do not, right? So the dabblers, after burning through a couple of £100 that they'd set aside as an advertising budget, these micro business owners conclude that it doesn't work for them. And they usually blame themselves and then quit. And in fact, that is what the big platforms want, because they know you never were going to deep dive ads manager, right? Or hire somebody to do it for you. They just turn you upside down and are happy with every penny that drops out, okay? You watching this now, if you know of anyone who's gotten a steady, predictable, acceptable return on investment using only Boost This Post gizmo on Facebook or Instagram, please let me know. I'll wait. No. That's it for this week. Thanks, folks. I appreciate you listening to me ramble on about this insight. Remember, most business problems are just the business owner's problem manifested in their business. Sort one out, you sort the other out. If you've enjoyed this content, please like it, share it, comment on it, subscribe to the channel. I'd be most grateful. And then come and see me at businessmodelmastery.com. I'll see you there. Thanks.